Hello cardboard lovers, it's Cardboard Badger here. I hope you're doing well, and today we will be looking into possible creature types, cards, and my predictions relating to what could be in Throne of Eldraine before the spoiler season even begins. Throne of Eldraine, as you may be aware, is taking inspiration from folklore and fairy tales, Arthurian legends from the 12th century England, and from Germany with Kinder and Hausmärchen, children and household tales from 1812. By the Brothers Grimm, who were the first to popularise European folk tales such as Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, and also Rapunzel. This video is mainly directed towards the Brothers Grimm, as they have published over 200 fairy tales, but I would like to briefly comment on what I feel will or should be included in Throne of Eldraine that relates to King Arthur and Camelot. Number 1, Knights of the Round Table. We will have knights. Possibly a legendary knight to represent Lancelot, one of the knights from the Round Table and Arthur's greatest companion. Number 2, Wizards and Shapeshifters, relating to Merlin, who was the tutor and mentor to King Arthur. Number 3, Merfolk, referencing the Lady in the Lake, an enchantress named Nimue, who gave King Arthur Excalibur. Also, the preferences in this particular piece of artwork has the name Naiad, so it'll be quite interesting to see if that happens to be the name of one of the cards in the new set. Number 4, the Sword Excalibur itself, a legendary artifact. We are definitely going to be having Sword. Very excited to see what they're going to be doing with that one. And at number 5, another legendary artifact, the Chalice or Dish, which relates to the quest for the Holy Grail. My take on it, possibly giving a quick creature lifelink and another perk, with possibly 2 equip costs, similar to Blackblade Reforged. Number 6, Rowan and Will Kenrith. Rowan here wearing a red cape, which could be referring to the Brothers Grimm story Little Red Riding Hood. And at number 7, we have Guinevere, the wife and queen of King Arthur, who I could see in some form represented as an angel. So those are just a few ideas of what I could see within the set, based on Arthurian legends. Moving towards the fairy tales from the Brothers Grimm, we are given such a large number of stories that I feel the more popular, well-known tales will be the ones that shine through into some form of card. This can be seen in the release of the card art style spoiler. We have a very dark rendition of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the original art showing a girl holding a bloody sword with a bear trap over her shoulder, and in the background 3 bear heads mounted on the wall. The showcase version shows an even more gruesome rendition of Goldilocks, holding a bloody cleaver, 3 bear traps, and all 3 bears killed. 1 mounted on the wall, 1 as a rug, and 1 as a shawl around her neck, with the 3 bowls of porridge left on the table. With this card representing Goldilocks, I'm pretty sure we will also get some bears too. So what else could be in Throne of Eldraine? Number 1, additional elves. Maybe an elf that you could tap to give another creature haste, referring to the elves and the shoemaker, who work fast overnight to make a pair of shoes. I'd also love to see artifact equipment shoes, swift foot boots or something similar, to complete the entire story in the space of 2 cards. Number 2, Witches and Curses, referring to Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, Hansel and Gretel, and also Rapunzel. The Brothers Grimm stories are full of witches, so I would be very surprised if we didn't see any at all. Possibly a card that transforms, similar to a cursed witch. Number 3, more goblins, referring to the story Rumpelstiltskin, which I can explain by reading the following text. The name Rumpelstiltskin in German means little rattlestilt, stilt being a post or a pole that supports a structure. And a Rumpelstilt or Rumpelstilts was the name of a type of goblin that makes noises by rattling posts and tapping on planks. The meaning is similar to Rumpelgeist, Rattleghost, or Poltergeist, a mischievous spirit that clatters and moves household objects. So there is a high chance that we might get a goblin or a mischievous imp. That would be pretty interesting to see what happens there. Number 4, an art spoiler. We have a woman with long hair in a castle. High chance this is linked to Rapunzel. This may also make way for some additional knights, possibly a prince card that will tie into this story. Number 5, we've got Wolves, with Rowan wearing that red cape, referencing the tale Little Red Riding Hood, and wolves being in many other stories such as The Wolf and the Fox, The Wolf and the Seven Young Kids, which is an early version of Three Little Pigs. I can see creature type wolf being part of Throne of Eldraine to support the wolves currently in standard, such as Nightpack Ambusher, Ferocious Pup, and Tolsimir, Friend to Wolves. Number 6, the Gingerbread House from Hansel and Gretel. It'll be very interesting to see how both Hansel and Gretel are portrayed, as I'm sure they will be represented in Throne of Eldraine. Maybe baby planeswalkers, the uncommon ones, or maybe even Rowan and Will as children. I'm also keeping my fingers crossed for some interesting merging of creature types. We've had Galloping Lizrog, the Frog Lizard. That's one of my favourites. We've also got Growth Chamber Guardian, the Elf Crab Warrior. Maybe in this set we get Gingerbread Shapeshifters, Candy Imp, or maybe even Fruitcake Elemental. So there we have it. My thoughts, ideas, and some predictions on Throne of Eldraine. Very excited to see what the set holds, if any of my predictions come true, and if you have any thoughts on this up and coming set, please let us know in the comments. If you would like more Cardboard Badger in your life, please ding the bell to be notified of future videos, and you can catch us on social media platforms as well as Mixer for MTG Arena. And all I have left to say is thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again soon here on Cardboard Badger.